Hey there, it's Workbench with Workbench Quagmire back with our free code camp Python certification in 100-ish days. It is day 29. We are going to wrap up. This will be day 6, I believe, of our CRUD app work. And CRUD is create, read, update, and delete. And it's meant to mimic the first project app, but I didn't want to. As I said before, I didn't want to just like type the whole thing out and have somebody come along and be like, "Oh, cool, I'll just copy this." Um, so we created something of our own. It's actually a bit more complex. So I have basically I've got two files, and I put you can see here in the bright yellow we got some to do items, um, and to kind of work through here. So let's start trying to knock out the things. Oh, sorry about that. Let's start trying to knock out the things in the main expense tracker app. We'll go to the bottom. We'll do something easy. Um, these two items here. Let's see. Uh, if dunder dunder name dunder dunder double equals comparison dunder dunder main, then we're going to say main. Um, we probably uh, actually we will use this. So what we'll do is we'll end up wrapping our code in just a main function, and so we did that. Next, let's get this on. Oops, get it on its own line here. And so add a main function. We'll just wrap all this stuff here for now. Uh, my Vim skills are a little bit lacking here, but we're going to try. See, I got a question there. Do we need to remove the print statements? I think when we look at our CRUD app here, we will learn the answer to that. Which we may need to jump back over and work on that first. But we will have knocked off these first couple of items and cleaning up. Let's make sure there's two lines there. Put the greeting in a function, use a for loop with a large range. So one of the items I was thinking about doing was actually using a while statement, which we haven't covered yet. And I'm not even sure. I kind of looked through some of the course material. I couldn't find it. And maybe it's in there, it's buried way down. Maybe they just don't want to talk about it because while statements can be dangerous. When you use a while statement, it will create an infinite loop unless you make its conditional false. So it's real easy to create a while loop and then forget or make a mistake and have the conditional for the while loop never become false. So, and I was also not wanting to use something that wasn't included in the material. So we did for loops. So one of the things I thought of was like, hey, why don't we just create a for loop with a really large range, like 10,000, and basically we could say, hey, we're gonna go through this every time until you hit Q for quit or type quit, and then it'll actually just break out of that loop and say goodbye and move on. So let's go ahead and do that. Um, we actually need to do that down here because this, what we'll do is we will call our main function. So for I in range 10,000, uh, so we'll say response equals main, and then if response dot lower first character equals q, print thank you for using the app. Oh, we left a punctuation. Good. Bye. And then break. And then if not, it's just automatically going to go back in and call the main app again. So we need to update our main app too. We need to make sure we got the print. Here's where my problem was with this interface. I remember thinking something's off here. Okay, let's see if this works. Um, I forgot to put in the. What's going on here? It's interesting. Actually, let's put this in the for loop in the main. I don't know what I was thinking there. We don't need this. Need this. We don't need this. We'll figure out if we need the print statements in a second. I can't remember if my plan was to do all the printing, I believe, in the CRUD app functions, and we would just return. We don't need to return anything here, I don't think. Okay. Let's see. If choice lower equals Q and print or using app by. And if you didn't do that, then we just print you didn't make a valid choice, and we should go back to the top. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Q. Q did not work. Forgot to put our break statement in. Okay. There we go. We successfully exited our program. Big news, big news. So yeah, I think we don't need to do this print because we can print everything we want in the functions in the CRUD app. And then the plan is we'll return the expenses dictionary. And we will ask for the next transaction. We have to pass expenses to this. Let's see if we can. Missing one or more requirements. Oh, we don't need to pass. Yeah, we also need to pass it down at the bottom down here. There we go. Let's review expenses. See what happens. Nothing. Let's go up here and move. Add some spaces, make it a little more readable. No, we're still in the quit. Okay, that works. That does not work. Okay, what's going on over here? Two. And okay, let's see what's going on over here with read expenses. Oh, yes. I think we're going to have to return uh, expense list for index. Anywhere expense one, expense. We want to return expenses. We also want to print expense. What's it called? Expenses list. So we're going to build this expenses list. We're going to print it. And then we're going to return expenses. Let's see if in fact that's what we get. Hey, there we go. All right, we're going to quit. So that one works. Let's go back up here to remove some of this garbage. And we need to come to our CRUD file and start going through these and fixing them. So here, return expenses. It'd be interesting to see if this one works. So looks like we already have our two return statements. And let's see if we can add an expense. So food, $15. Sushi. Yes. So let's see if what happens when we look. Oh, look at that. There's our sushi. This is working marvelously. Okay, those two items work. Let's quit and go back over here to read expenses, update expenses. So print, which I like to update. And then we print read expenses, expenses. Which number? Invalid choice, return. Expenses. And then print, post, yes, no. Okay, let's look at our delete. Our delete we got here. Read expenses. Try to we like to delete, are you sure? Either way, return expenses. All right. Okay, let's review what we got. Okay, we got 2 expenses. Let's add another one like we did before. Food, 15. Sushi. Yes, we'd like to post it. Let's review. Interface is a little cluttered, but I'm not super worried about that right now. That works. Let's update an expense. Holy smokes. Something went wrong there. Let's see if we can update it anyway. 2, category, food, amount, $5, and hot dog. Yes. 2. There we go. And then let's see if we can delete one. Again, it is printing the dictionary, so something's gone awry. Let's delete our sushi. Yes. All right. Quit. So other than it not looking great, and it keeps printing. Da, 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 da. Let's see where would it be printing? Here are current expenses. Read expenses. Oh, I know. I know. You know what? When we review the expenses, we don't need to return squat. Um, Actually, there it is. Nope. Yeah, we don't need to. Let's comment this out. I bet this is our problem. All right. Just want to add an expense. Yeah, sausage. Yeah. Yes. Let's review. There we go. Let us delete. Ooh, none. None. We returned none. Um, which is true. I'm going to ignore that for now because we don't really want to return anything. So why is it returning anything? I think by default it returns none. Maybe it's because we're printing. I bet it's because we're printing. So update expense. Yeah. Same down here. Let's check our delete. Yeah, we don't need to print this. Add. To review. That looks good. Aha. Would you like to delete? We'd like to delete number 3. Or we'd like to update. Food. 10. Sausages. Yes. 2. There we go. We've updated 4. We want to delete number 3. Are we sure? So there we are. We are fully functional. So it doesn't look great, but I am not going to spend any more time because we're about 26 minutes into this deal. So that is our CRUD app. We may come back to it. I saw upcoming, we're going to look at dealing with errors. So instead of doing some of this, you know, if you didn't make a valid choice kind of thing, which works, but try and accept is probably a better thing to use. So, well, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.